This is Danny Flexen here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined live from Florida by the real deal himself, absolute legend of boxing, Evander Holyfield. Evander, how are you, sir?
I'm doing great.
I'm glad to hear it. I guess the first question I've got for you is, what went through your mind when you found out that this was a possibility, this was an opportunity to step in at short notice against Vitor Belfort after Oscar De La Hoya, unfortunately for him, contracted COVID-19?
Well, I guess the biggest difference, I've been training already. I was looking forward to doing two fights, but then none of them turned out. It just so happened, to happen, and they asked me, would I go in? I told them yes.
And do you feel, given you'd already been in training for quite some time and your natural size as well, do you think you'll be a sterner test for Belfort than De La Hoya would have been?
The thing is that, I'm in good shape and I've been in it for 2 years. And, I never, I always shadow box and I'm always doing something. And so I just believe that, I'm not off that much that I don't believe I can't win.
And what is it that keeps bringing you back to boxing? I mean, you've achieved more than pretty much everyone of your generation already. You were a superb cruiserweight and then went on to win another world title, or several world titles, in fact, unified, and then WBA a number of times at heavyweight. What keeps bringing you back to the sport?
Well, it's not like anything keep bringing me back. It's just, I started off. It started off Mike and I, we just happened to be in Florida at the same time, and I was running, and somebody said, you know what? They showed me something Mike was running. Then everybody said, what would happen is that came about, and and Mike and I, we talked about it, but we didn't come to a decision. So he went ahead and fought Roy Jones. So eventually, because I started, I just didn't stop. So with the pandemic came in, it wasn't nothing to do but to train. And the point of training, and this turned out to be this way. So I'm okay.
And as I said earlier off camera, you look in fantastic shape. Obviously, we're going to see you in the media workout later on, where I'm sure you'll have plenty of the old moves for people to enjoy. A lot's been made about your age going into this fight with Vitor Belfort. It was originally set for California. It's now in Florida. What would you say to the detractors or the critics who are concerned about your age going into this?
Well, I can understand. I don't think the average 58 years old in the shape that I am, but I can tell people that, I had a good early life. I didn't pick up a lot of bad habits. Then, even as an adult, I live a good life, and when you live a good life, you can expect to do a little bit more than other people that generally just may be your age.
And given everything you've achieved in boxing and the fact that you are in tremendous shape despite the age, should we be more concerned about Vitor Belfort on Saturday night?
Well, my whole thing, when I look at my opponent and stuff like this, I just want to do my very best. And that's it. And as my very best, I'm like, when the fight is over, then I shake hands.
How does the training you do now or in the last couple of years compare to when you were at your peak as a boxer? How much different is it?
Well, it's very different, because the fact of the matter is, I'm doing this just for self, not for glory, and I don't look at it as a job. So, so that's the big thing. And and that's what the big thing has been about the situation that I've been in for 2 years.
What does it do for you? You say you're doing it for yourself. What does being involved in boxing still and getting to perform and getting to compete, what does that do for you, either emotionally, mentally?
One of the big things now is me helping somebody else. I've never been the person who I am as it was from my mother. It wouldn't been for my coaches and all these people at the time where that I didn't have any money. These people like me because they said it's a good kid. And so, and I pretty much wanted to give that same example to to other people that's out there. You got to take care of your body while you're young. Then even when you get older, you still have to take care of your body. The day that you stop taking care of your body, and that's when you lose it.
And have you always had that attitude? Is it something that's become more prominent as you've got older, or were you always kind of really health conscious?
Well, my mom was very hard on me because my mama didn't want me to be like her. She wanted me to be better than her, and so I found that when I got older, I got so many compliments about what my mother taught me to do, and so I'm trying to pass that on because I know that really, really, really will help a lot of people. If you do that first commandment with the promise, honor your father and your mother.
And you must be an inspiration, not just to obviously hundreds of thousands of people watching this, but also your own family. What do they think about you stepping back into the ring?
Well, a lot of them say, Dad, you're too old. I don't think you need to be in there. And so, so one thing is that I told them, I said, look, I took care of myself. Because I took care of myself, I can take a little bit more risk than some other people.
You should tell them to put the gloves on and get in the ring for a spar with you. I think that would convince them.
But my kids have said things like that, and I'm like, say, no. I said, I'm in good at boxing because I love boxing. I said, but I'm always trying to tell them, you better than me because it's things that I couldn't do, you can do. I said, but you're gonna find when you talk about people very best is, what they were gifted to do. I'm telling you, I can't beat you in your gift, but you can't beat me in my gift. So, so when everybody have that opportunity to find something they really love, then that's what success is at, with the things that you love.
How much have you watched of Vitor Belfort leading up to this? You haven't had long before you were drafted in, but how much have you been able to see of him and his striking capabilities?
Well, I've seen it, but, it's just like if I was doing his game, I would be in trouble. But he doing my game, so he in trouble.
And just before I let you go, just for people who are on the fence about maybe watching the event or purchasing the event, what are they going to see on Saturday night?
Well, hopefully my whole thing is I go out here and I do things. My whole thing is to do things right and to do it real well and to respect anybody that I will be doing it with. It's just as I went, I feel that I'm never gonna bite off more than I can chew. I'm gonna be able to do good for myself. I'm telling you, even if I don't get the decision or get the win, but you'll know that I did my very best.
Brilliant. Well, I can't wait to watch it, and it's been an absolute honour to share some time with you.
Well, thank you.